So you ended the podcast with planting a seed about water and old age, or health and longevity.
Yes.
And you mentioned that being hydrated is not only about the quantity of water you get in, but also the quality of water you get in.
Yes, and also the receptors to that water need to be plugged in our body. So that again, the toxicity has to be resolved as well.
Yes. Did you want to add more about that in the second hour?
One of the things that I saw was that when I looked at an old person, they looked like they were highly dehydrated to me, super dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
And also like they were plugged and unable to hydrate again. And all these things, I looked at it, and somebody said something about the genetics, somebody said about the quality of the water, the type of water, that resonated to me. But the genetics bits didn't resonate with me so much, except that it felt like somehow the body was blocked and wasn't absorbing it. And I found that when I tested the toxicity levels, those were relevant. The toxicity was relevant. And then when I tested, the main toxicity was stress and fear. To me, stress and fear are the same thing. But stress was the main toxicity that blocked the body from absorbing that good water and turned it around. Somehow, at some point, the toxicity level of that stress became so big that it stopped everything.
It's like a sponge, just squishing the sponge. Stress is squishing the sponge out.
Yeah.
And when you relieve the stress, it lets the sponge fill back in.
Yeah. So, to me, there's a few things that you can do to bring back the youthful, healthy, and strength of your body and longevity. And one of them is to reduce stress. So the main two exercises for that are the fear processing exercise and also the 5-minute relaxation exercise that we have. Both of those at ineliabenz.com for free.
Yes.
So those two are key. And once you learn the 5-minute relaxation exercise or the fear processing exercise, you can do them throughout the day very quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Right? And the next one was the good water.
Before we move past the stress one, I just wanted to mention that we're working on a stress
processing
exercise.
What's it called?
Stress release exercise.
Stress relief exercise.
Yes. Yeah. So keep your eye open for that one.
You're the first ones to hear about it.
Yes. And yeah, so, and then of course, after all those, after your stress reduction and after the good water, structured water, there's so many technologies now that are coming out that structure your water or give you plasma water. The next one is actually the nutrition. So the nutrition one is the third one, because if you don't deal with your stress and your fear part of it, you will not absorb the other two. You will not absorb the water or the nutrition very well at all. So you need that one first. And then the water is key. You can live without nutrition for not very well, but for a long time. But without water, you won't. That's how it goes. And it's the lack of water that causes most of the issues. And then third, a good nutrition. It doesn't have to be a lot of food, but it has to be nutritious.